listening to Kane, Randy, and Brooke on Scratch the Vinyl.
Scratch the Vinyl.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Scratch the Vinyl. You made it back, and we're so glad that you did. Welcome back to the show. We have so many huge things going on. It is just a massive time to be alive here in Lincoln and really in Nebraska in general. We keep telling you guys that it is, but now we have proof of it. So, first off, I mean, we got to mention our show. I mean, we've got a big party coming up for Halloween. I know there's a lot of Halloween parties out there, and I want you guys to support local, but I want you guys to support us too. We're going to be at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards for the Madness at Madsen's Halloween party, and it is going to be Godzilla level huge. It's going to be my man Randy and me, Godzilla and Mothra knocking down buildings, doing things. It's going to be Rico's Pass. There's going to be karaoke, of course, that night with the king of karaoke himself, Mr. Chill. We're going to have a live podcast there. There's so much going on in that building I can't even describe to you. So please, I hope you guys go to that. There's also going to be, we have the Here for the Food Festival coming up. It's going to be massive, and we have a little bit of a surprise for you guys. I think that we might actually be diving into that with the people who are involved in that event here. So I want you guys to stick around and listen for that. So let me bring on my other host right now. I already mentioned him. He is the Godzilla of entertainment. He is the God of Thunder. He is the king of all entertainment in this town and many towns. Randy, Mr. Chill Wilson, welcome back to the show.
Hey, Kane, how are you doing today? I'm super excited for what's coming up. I mean, whenever we have karaoke on Halloween, you know it's going to be a good time because all of our favorite karaoke people will be down singing in costume, and it's going to be a great time. I mean, we're going to have a costume contest, as you said. We're going to have Rico's Pass for all of our metal fans, live performance right there on the lanes at Matt's Bowling and Billiards, little rocking out. Man, we're going to have such a good time that night, and I hope everybody comes down to join us. And, you know, what can you say? We're going to do one of our first live broadcasts for Scratch the Vinyl. It's going to be one of our best events, not because you're a big Halloween fan, but it is Rocktober, so I'm looking forward to what's going to happen this month.
Well, we also have our other host that we need to get on here right now. She is the Red Lift Lady, the Big Red Machine, and she is the Pale Lady that stole our hearts. I try not to call her Witchy Woman too much because I'm afraid of the scary powers that she's going to unleash on me. So let's bring her on right now. Brooke Johnson, welcome back.
Thank you, Kane. And you actually nailed it because I'm going to dress up as myself for the Halloween party. And I wouldn't necessarily say wicked, but a witch. And I can't wait to do this live and to have so much fun. Also, today is very special. It is my sister Ingrid's birthday. She is the most beautiful, wonderful, kindest, loving, and let to mention probably the funniest one out of the bunch of our whole family. So happy birthday, sister. I love you so much.
I got to give a shout out to Little P. That's what I call her. Anyway, she's one of the best. She goes to live shows. She's like our inside track to all the live music, honestly. And if you guys don't know, she is Pearl Jam's #1 fan. So happy birthday, Ingrid.
Now, everybody, we don't want to waste the sauce. We've got so much going on in this. We've got two massive guests in one show. It is going to be nonstop, amazing all at once. So let's do it right now. Let's bring them on. We have the legendary in Lincoln and everywhere. Everybody knows this guy, Mike Semrad. And then we have Keenan for Keenan Eats. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. How are you guys?
I'm doing well.
Good. Thanks for having us, guys. This is awesome.
Man, Mike, I can't believe of all the musicians that I know in this town, I've never gotten the privilege to meet you until now. So I'm so glad to have you on the show. I really hope that at some point I could just meet you out in the wild, in your natural environment, and we can have.
Oh man, that means the world. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on this podcast for a long time, and local music lovers and Nebraska history music lovers. I'm a huge advocate of all that. I mean, Randy too. It's just his history alone is mesmerizing, and I formally met him at Madsen's bowling alley not too long ago. And then we started connecting the dots and we were inseparable all night. I was like a little brother to him. I just did not want to leave his side.
Technically, we've known each other for a long time. We just didn't know it.
We didn't know it. Yeah, no, you're right. Your name was in conversation in multiple bubbles of people, and it's funny how Lincoln works that way. You could, you can have these relationships and not even really know them, and it's cool that way. That's the scene. That's the scene we've all created. That we love so much here. So
Then we have Keenan from Keenan Eats. And to be honest with you guys, I mean, I think I messaged you, Keenan, quite a while back, man. I've been paying attention to your socials and all the stuff you do. And man, you just blew up. Like, I mean, I love food. I mean, I was a fat kid growing up, I'm a chubby adult. I mean, I dig food. And what you do, like every time I watch these videos, man, it just like my mouth starts watering. And I keep telling myself, like, I need endless money so I can go eat at all these places. But you're killing it out there, dude. So welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. Yeah, I think you did message me. Was it on TikTok?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a while ago. But yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you supporting. And I've been watching this podcast, seeing the clips on TikTok as well. I don't have as much time on TikTok recently. Usually I just try to post and get out of there. It's like a lot of stuff going on, but it's a it's a pretty cool gig, I'd say. Capturing food. Your stomach really is never as big as your ambitions.
You know,
So
Keenan, I have a weird thing that I have to say
yeah,
about myself. I like watching people eat. Like, it's something
yeah,
about it. And I was watching your videos and I was just like, yeah, yep. And I'm, oh, yeah, that looks good. Yes, that's good. That's good. It's like food porn. Well, I don't
don't
know.
worry.
Your videos are fun though. I'll just tell you that.
Thanks.
He's kind of a graceful eater, like if I was eating, I would have like stuff all over me. Like nobody would watch the next video. It would just be like a pig in a trough.
I have a secret about his Rosewood voice, if I could, Keenan.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everybody's
Throwing a no.
lots of people have commented about how soothing his voice is on the videos, and I fully agree. But the funniest thing he told me when we got together, he said, "You know how I get that, right?" I said, "No, I don't. I mean, I studied voice in college and tones and this and that." But he goes, I tuck my chin down into my chest and I set my phone real close on my chest and that's how I do the videos." And I said, "What? You're kidding me, dude? Really?" That's how he gets that real deep Rosewood tone. And it's like, God, man, that's amazing, dude.
I'd have like drippings all over my phone. I'd have to get a new phone all the time. And I don't know how you do it. I don't know.
It's fun. I think it's really funny when I go to edit something that it's been a while since I had actually been there. It's like getting hungry all over again. Then I'm mad because I don't even have this thing that's right here. And it's like now I'm thirst trapping myself. That's crazy. So yeah.
I remember meeting Keenan for the first time, and all I thought was, man, this guy is so smooth. He could sell, ice to Eskimos, and he had so much energy and aura about him. It's no wonder you're killing this thing.
Thank you.
It's really a testament to your positive power out there. I'll tell you that.
Everybody's wondering, the question on all the minds of the listeners is, how the heck did Mike Semrad and Keenan Eats team up with this dynamic duo for this event you have
I
coming up?
remember.
Yeah. The details sometimes are foggy. Keenan, I'll let you tell the story better.
Okay, so it actually I remember it was 2024 and I was getting ready to have a show at the Bourbon because I rap, sing. So I was having a headlining show at the Bourbon. And Lincoln Calling just happened to be the weekend before my show. And I'm like, dang. So I'm like, all right, I'll just go promote my show at Lincoln Calling. So that's what I did. I was at Lincoln Calling and I was promoting the show. And I think that's when I also met, or not met, but reconnected with my cameraman that I have right now. But I saw he was taking pictures by the stage after the show was over, and I saw Mike and just randomly struck up conversation. I don't even know what we started talking about, but we
It was
met that day.
Yeah. Well, I was running, so I worked on the team that did Lincoln Calling that year, and that's another story we can dig into later. But I was trying to save the festival, and we did pretty well. I mean, we did all right, but I raised a lot of money, and we brought in some amazing bands. Corey Henry played. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just unreal.
Yeah.
But sometimes you bump into those people and you kind of feel their power, their aura, and it's just instant connection, and you're like, dude. Yeah, you're on my level, like, you're on my track, your energy track, and that's how it was with him and I that night. I was like, Dude, yes, how are you? Yes, let's do all the things," and it was one of those conversations, but it was just a short one, if I remember right, because I was
Yeah.
running around like a
It was
chicken with
short.
my head cut off, and I was in the middle of stressful festival mode, and
Yeah.
but that happened, and I remembered it, and I was like, that
Right.
dude's badass, and that's the vibe he gives off everywhere he goes. This kid is magical. I mean, I I've taken him out to eat, like, maybe I don't know, 6 to 8 times in the past couple weeks, and it's like, dude, I mean, everywhere we go, I can't get a word in edgewise. Somebody comes up and says, "Oh my god, I gotta get a picture taken with you and, your Keenan Eats," it's like, it's electric, and so I've never felt in my 15 plus years of organizing festivals, I've never felt the same energy going into a project that I have with this. And him and I get along well. I think we understand each other's buttons a little bit at this point. And it's like, okay, it's just go time. We understand it's go time, and it's, let's lock in. And I
Right.
knew that about him. I knew that about him. So it's been really smooth thus far, just to team up. And it's one of those serendipitous things. It's very magical. So
Yeah, it's like, so that time we had the short conversation, and then that was 2024. And then yeah, here we are like a year later, spring, and he was at the hub, and I had just started thinking about this festival. I was like, I think this is a cool idea. And I'm like there, and he's like, shout out to Keenan Eats, like on the mic while he's like performing. I'm like, okay, he's cool. I'm like, all right, yeah. I remember he did something with Lincoln Cullen. I was like, I have to pick his brain because I don't know anybody else really, like off the top of my head, who I need to go talk to about fests and stuff. So I took him out on a Keenan Eats adventure, and yeah,
it
we went
was.
over to Press Fox, and we ate, and just I kind of just told him what I had in mind, what I was thinking of, and he kind of like was like, yeah, we could adjust this, adjust that, and then we kind of just started working the plan a little more there, and then decided to partner. I was going to New York for like 2 months this summer, which was nuts. So we were trying to coordinate a lot of the stuff while I'm 1,000+ miles away, just on Zoom calls, kind of like this,
Yeah.
you know, and yeah, just
So that dinner that we
yeah,
went that dinner was 3 hours long.
yeah,
That's how long that's how much conversation we had to get to know each other, and it was like, yes, yes, yes. You see it like I see it. You see the world like I see it. It's all about creating and pumping all the ships up on the same level. That's you get it. Sometimes people
yeah.
just, you get it. You're like, I don't, so, some people you just want to work with because they get it. Keenan's definitely one of those kids. So,
I literally, that's how I met Keenan. Like I was hired to do this project to open a new bar down in the rail yard. And Keenan came in one day looking, he was just checking out the vibe, maybe looking for a part-time job, wanted to know what was going on. And after like talking to him for like 10 minutes, it was like, I know what you mean, Mike. I like, it's like, dude, we're on the same level. He was making me feel like I was 25 again. I was ready to conquer the world. And that was probably
yeah.
right before you started doing your project. And so maybe tell us how you kind of went from there and got into doing what you were doing with the Keenan Eats thing.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, working down at that bar, it's really funny because Randy, he was like hired me, showed me how to make old fashions, and then next thing I know, he's like, I walk in with like the paperwork, like this is maybe my second shift in there, and he's like, "Well, it's been nice knowing you." I was like, "What do you mean it's been nice knowing you?" And like he left the project, so he's like
Oh
not
no.
even. I'm like, dang, okay, whatever. At least I know how to make old fashions. But yeah, I didn't work there for too long. It didn't stay open either. But I was running a recording studio called Simply Dope Studios for like 3 years. We had like open mic nights and stuff, and we were tapping in with local artists at my studio at 48th and Cornhusker in the Johnson Hardware building. We had yeah, just like a lot of at-home musicians, people who maybe started making music over COVID or whatever, and they had a place to come and perform. I was doing that for a few years, but right around that time, I had stopped doing open mics as much, got a job, and uh, I think going into the winter, I had a different job, was kind of bartending, serving, and then I just got the idea one day to just like start helping out local mom and pop spots. I was in Blessing Thai and I was eating this really good noodle thing, and I was like, dude, this is so good. Like, why is nobody else in here right now? Like, I feel like this place should just always be full. Um, this food is so good, and it just reminded me of like my uncle's restaurant, Quick Bite Soul Food in Old Town Bellevue. Like, he was just always about faith, and yeah, it's a family restaurant. This is his daughter running this Blessing Thai. So, yeah, I just took a picture and started posting on my page, and I posted one on my page, and everybody was like, "Yeah, you need to go here next." I was like, "Oh." So then I like started an actual page on Facebook, and then that's kind of how it all started. And I just was just posting pictures and doing write ups. And then 2 months later, I was like, I'm kind of a videographer, and I got to do audio editing. I know what we're doing here. Like, I should just stop making excuses and start editing little videos for these restaurants. That's what I've actually been wanting to do for almost 5 years now. So I was like, cool. Just started going out with my phone and putting it all together.
Well, that's a humble description. I mean, because and I appreciate that. Is yeah, I mean, when I look at your videos, they're really well done, man. I mean, like it's all like I want to be at the level that you're at with a lot of the videos and stuff I do. So I appreciate the creativity that's involved and all the work that you do when you put into it. And I can remember watching your videos from like kind of like around when you started, and then the joy of watching it build and you just getting bigger and bigger has been really refreshing, man.
Yeah, it's it's been a journey and it's really cool. And I'm glad you've been here. It's like really, it's nuts. It's kind of hard to believe sometimes, but like going out to lunch with Mike or going outside, right? When you're at home or whatever, it's just numbers on the screen. It doesn't matter how many numbers, it's just numbers on the screen. like like don't get me wrong, the real people, you should comment back to your people, obviously, but also you don't really understand it until it's like, I don't know, until you're in person and people are actually like connecting with you and coming up to you, and people you've never met before. But it's really cool, and I'm happy that there's a platform that is actually very impactful for local restaurants and businesses, which was the whole purpose of it. So thank you.
Ahoy, mateys! Christopher Columbus here. You know me. I discovered America, or at least that's what the history books have been saying for years. Anyways, I have a little confession to make. My compass quit halfway through the trip, and I got lost at sea on the way there.
Ahoy, Captain. What direction should we point the boat?
Shut up, you fool! I'm in the middle of a commercial here. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yes. When we arrived on land there, the natives were all decked out in their cool Viking gear. They said these big, smelly, bearded guys came, hung out, then split with all their cool stuff.
Aye, it was a weird day.
That could have been our cool stuff. We could have claimed all this great treasure and all this pirate's plunder.
But sir, how will we steer the boat if we don't have a compass?
Well, this next trip is going to be different. I'm heading to Slying Tattoo to get a compass on my hand. After that, everything is coming up Christopher Columbus.
Ahoy, sir. That new ink looks great on you. After I swaps it up that and grease the hootenannies, I think we're gonna be back to spending. Oh no.
What is it now, you buffoon?
It appears as if America's shores are just on the horizon.
What? How could this be? I've been pointing my arm in the same direction for days. Well, looks like this tattoo compass is broken too. Guess I'll have to head back to Sly Ink for that dolphin lower back tattoo I've been wanting to get. Well, looks like our native friends are waving us in, but oh, wait, they don't look very happy. Well, until next time, friends, if there is one.
It's definitely done that from what I've seen. We've gone into a couple places that he's made videos of. One being Hey Oh Yeah or Hell Yeah. We went in there and the guy's face was classic. He saw him coming and it was almost like, no, not again, please. Because he was just so rocked busy from Keenan's video. And he was back there, whipping stuff together. And he's like, man, that last video kept me busy for like 3 months. And it was like, to hear that is so golden. Because I own a marketing company. And, when you can bottle that flash of marketing, it's so huge for every business. And I was amazed that Keenan didn't, he's not been utilized as much yet, but he's on the precipice of, on the cusp of putting a dollar amount to his power and figuring out how to, turn that into a career. And that's a huge deal. So
Well,
when
yeah,
I saw that, I was like, oh my God, this kid has got something special here. So
well, yeah, usually it takes like 3 or 4 years just to get, successful in a little bit. And
right.
you guys are doing this right now. I mean, Keenan, you're blowing up. And I want to ask you, are you opposed to having the Keenan Eats Scratch the Vinyl guests or adventure? Can we come and like follow you around to be on there at some point? It'd be so cool. We might need to use
Would
your
it really
phone.
be cool, or you just want some food?
Okay. Oh, why not?
Let's get it out of the way here.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely down to do that for sure. I need to catch up on the videos I have right now. I literally have so many videos to edit.
Well, it's not even like I got to tell this real quick story. I took him into Madsen's because I heard they had chicken wings, like good chicken wings, and I was like, okay, I want to try them. My son works there, and I love the Madsen family. I'm happy to see it's back into full fruition again after the nutty pandemic stuff. But I took him in there, and all he posted was a single photograph of the chicken wings and didn't even say where they were from. He left people to guess where it was from. And dude, Keenan, in like an hour or 2 hours, it had like insane shares.
Like I think at the end of like the day, it had like 100,000 views on the photo. They were like 600 likes. I'm like, what? And people were like angry. People were like, what?
It was up for debate. Like, what's the best chicken wing? In Lincoln, and that's such a cool, fun thing to get into, as opposed to like Democrat versus Republican. Let's argue about chicken wings because that's fun, right? That's the love we need to bring. And I couldn't believe it, man. I mean, it was just, and we really love those chicken wings over there.
Yeah, they are good.
You ever want to create a real conflict, bring up whether Prince is the best guitar player or not?
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, boy.
Well, I was just going to say, this is what we do at Scratch Vinyl. We have just like what you're doing. We like to promote and help people, but there's people that get a little, they like to say what they want to say, but you hiding those wings. I had an in, and Randy's like, nah, I know where that's Matt.
They were really good though.
Yeah,
I got one of the first batches, and I was like, oh my God, these are really good.
Yes.
And I was in the restaurant business for quite a long time, literally across the street from that place,
Yeah.
and um, they they brought me out some, and I literally told those guys, I said, I'm pretty picky, especially somebody that's been in it and knows. I said, those are by far the best I've had in 11 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, are you serious? I go, I would not joke
Yeah.
about food.
And then Keenan just went in there and just took a picture. I think you are you're needed, you're wanted. I think everybody out there is like, okay, I want him to come to my place. I want to go there. Do you have a favorite place that you found that was kind of, like you didn't even know it was there? Or where's your favorite places?
I think Patouche is like my favorite. That's like my favorite for sure. How's It Hawaiian? I think that was a really good find. And that's kind of what threw me into growth the way that I was growing. And yeah, that kind of went crazy just because we started selling out after I posted it, which was the first time that had happened. So How's It for sure. Crazy Fork was a good find. That's a new one that I liked it. I was like, okay, this is great. And they have great customer service. There are a few more that I have not done videos on that are like definitely it. Safa, it's like in 17th and R at 17th and Q. It's like in that gas station, connected to that gas station right there.
Oh, Samurai. It used to be Samurai Sam's right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, that's really good. Everything I've had from there is really good. I've been trying it. Otherwise, Creepa. That's a great one. Creepa on 84th and Holdridge. It's a new Indian Bengali, and yeah, it's really good. It's really good. And they're brand new. They're like 7 months old.
Yeah.
I think it's finding out about the new people. But last but not least, and somebody who's going to be in the festival, Meta Modern Barbecue. Meta Modern Barbecue is so good. They're so good. The brisket, they have Texas style barbecue. I don't even really care for barbecue like that. I do, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's Meta Modern Barbecue. They have the best brisket, I think, out of anywhere. They're really good.
Kelly's Pub has the best tombstones, just FYI. You'll have to come in and try that.
Yeah.
Tombstone pizzas.
Yeah. That's the right condiments.
I had to go to a class and learn how to make them. I'm just kidding. And nice shout outs to those people though. I'm like writing them down as you're saying it because I'm like, I'm gonna go try these places out. And that's pretty cool.
Well, I want you to know, as somebody that's been in the business a long time, how important it is to support local mom and pop places. I mean, it is what makes Lincoln unique if you can have that variety of non-chain owned stores, and what we do find all the time is how good they are when you actually get a chance to go try them. And sometimes it is just getting the word out. I know Mike brought up Hell Yeah. I probably drove by that truck, oh, I know, 3 times a day, every day for forever, and always wondered about it. And it was actually my son who saw your video, and he called me up one day. He says, "Hey, Dad, I want to go try this place." And we went there, and like I literally go by that place or buy gas there and get like, oh my god, that food was so good. I know what you mean. And that guy was just. We waited. I bet we waited 25 minutes to get our food. That was so busy for his food truck. So
Yeah.
it works. It works. You're doing a great job.
I had him out at my festival, Nebraska Folk and Roots, out in the middle of a cornfield. Hayfield, out at Branched Oak Farms years ago. I mean, this would have been 2017, 16, something like that. And people were just like freaking out. I mean, the crab rangoon alone was like unreal. So yeah, it really popped for everyone at the festival too. It was just like, oh my gosh, here we go. And he's been brewing that underbelly scene for a while.
Well, guys, this is a music show, and we do like to pump up as much as you're pumping up the food industry here. We like to pump up the local scene. And So I would like to ask both of you guys as musicians, just kind of like give us a little bit of a background for the people who don't know you. And I can't believe there's anyone who doesn't know either of you. But you know, there's always that. I mean, we have listeners all over. We have them in Germany, we have them in Switzerland, we have people all over listening to the show. And why they listen to a localized show, I never understand, but they must like what we're doing. So I'll just ask you guys right now if you guys would, let's kind of dive into you guys as musicians a little bit. Whoever wants to start first.
I'll give you the fast Cliff's Note version of my life. My father had a hit song in 1968, was on American Bandstand with Dick Clark, with a band called the Smoke Ring. And Smoke Ring was kind of a hot Midwest act that sold 800,000 copies of a 45 that was produced by a guy named Sam Phillips out of Memphis. Everybody knows Sam Phillips. So, yeah, crazy. So yeah, my life kind of got started with rock and roll on one side and country music on the other, with an uncle that toured with Johnny Cash on the other side. So I got a lot of music in the family. And I play in a band called the Bottle Tops and the Riverhawks locally. So yeah, just do a lot of festivals and a lot of live music shows. So
I definitely want to get you guys on, you know, individually, but I knew that it was important to bring you guys on for this particular one together. So I hate to make you guys, you know, I hate to have you guys do it in such a cliff note way, but I just think it's pertinent to the listener to kind of know when we're talking about music, like these guys are very tied to music. I know you are, Mike, and that's fascinating that your dad that killed it like that, and it's just been in your family all these years. And you're a
yeah.
super talented guy. And Keenan, you're also a talented guy. I mean, you're a musician. Could you tell us a little bit more about what you've done in music and just kind of give us the Cliff Note version as well?
Well, I'm originally from North Platte, Nebraska, so there's that. I started making music in high school when I moved to Lincoln, went to Southeast, and I was learning how to produce and rap. Um, my senior year of high school, I released a mixtape called "The Good Life Remixes," and it was like remixes of like Mac Miller and different stuff that I rapped over, and it was like some of my old raps that I finally learned how to record, put it down. Sold those for like $5 at school. But if the administration asks, I'm just distributing them. I'm not selling them, okay? But no, I ended up selling like 200 mixtapes in a week as
Oh
a
wow.
senior in high school. Like I burned each disc and signed each one and did the jewel case,
Dude.
the whole thing. But yeah, I made $1,000 at school, and I was like, "This is nuts." I'm like, maybe there's money in music. Hmm. But yeah, basically, I ended up being the first person to perform for post prom at Southeast. They don't ever have music, I
Oh,
guess.
nice, man. That's
Crazy.
great.
But yeah, from there, just kept making music and opening up different shows. The Bourbon, I've opened up for some sold out shows. Jaquez, I rap and sing. I go by just Keenan, and I opened a recording studio in 2020, about 2020. It's a place where creatives could like connect and come together. I feel like in a renaissance, all of the best artists are in one place. So if you can have a place where they can convene, you can get some really cool ideas going and cool connections going. So that was a passion of mine and still is, but you know, not having the actual physical place, it's an energy, you know. So just staying touched, you know, tapped in with that and whatnot. Thrown a few headlining shows at the Bourbon, been opening up for some stuff, but I think this is the most major thing we got coming up here, but I'll segue that into whatever.
Out in the wild, there's one creature feared by hunters, admired by lumberjacks, and envied by hipsters.
Yeah, it's me, the elegant Sasquatch, and let me tell you, these locks don't tame themselves.
Introducing the Elegant Sasquatch Grooming Company. Beard oils, butters, and washes so good, they'll make your face smell like you wrestled a cedar tree while sipping fine whiskey.
Last week, a hiker followed me for 3 miles just to ask what cologne I was wearing. Joke's on him. I don't wear cologne. I wear the gentleman.
Upgrade your beard game. Sophisticate your outer beast. Find the Elegant Sasquatch Grooming Company at elegantsasquatchco.etsy.com.
And stop stealing my jerky!
Let's tell people right now. Let's unveil it. I'm sure they know about it already because I've seen a ton about it. I've seen articles on it. You've been like on the news. You've been all over, man. So let's dive into this festival right now and really sell the people on what you guys have going on.
So Saturday, it's coming up, y'all. Coming up right around the corner. Saturday, October 18th. It starts at 5 o'clock for the VIPs and the tasting hour folks, and so 5 to 6, and then 6 p.m. the general admission can come in and just have their way. We've got 12 food trucks, live music, unbelievable amount of games and fun things for people to do. On top of that, I think we've got like 6 or 7 incredible artists coming out with booths and non food vendors and stuff like that. So we've got like fun booths that people can interact with. And so, yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of fun, and Kincaid's coming out and doing the booze for it, and we've got some great drinks being prepared by 86 bar staff, friends over there, and just a whole lot of great things. And Keenan's curated this from a vision early on, and it's a special thing. So I definitely urge you to check it out the first year because it will grow for sure.
Great. Yeah, it's going to be down under Rosa Parks Way in the food truck zone on 7th and K. That first hour is that tasting hour. You get a chance to go and actually taste all of the 12 vendors. And it's a mixture of both food trucks and restaurants that are coming with pop-up booths, tents. Some of the people don't really come out very often, but hey, we got them to come out, which is super cool. And yeah, Saturday 6 is when general admission comes in. We're gonna have food, a bunch of giveaways. I have some really, really cool giveaways. I'm talking about like one of those big like flat top grills. Yeah, we're giving one of those away, a juicer, some other cool experiences I can't announce, but they're, I gotta, you just gotta be there.
Keep it under wraps. We got D Wayne coming out to MC.
Yeah, D Wayne.
Yeah, man. D Wayne in the house. So a lot of folks know who that is. He's with the Flyovers, beatbox MC extraordinaire. So he's coming hard. I think he appreciates what we're trying to do here. So it's going to be great.
Well, and you guys you're not really even fighting the Husker game this week, which is great, right? That's on Friday night. So really, Lincoln, there's no excuses whatsoever for you to not go to this. Like, this is, in my head, the biggest show in town. And there are a lot of great shows, and I definitely want you guys to go to those other shows too. But you got to make your way over to the festival, man. Get something to eat, take part in all that entertainment, and really just go enjoy this big event. And hopefully this gets bigger and bigger every year. I'm sure you guys are kind of tethering on the idea that if this is a huge thing, this is going to be something that is going to be regular, correct?
Yeah. Well, Taste of Lincoln was a thing. And, as we've seen as Lincolnites over the years, a lot of great things are no longer fun things. It's like Rib Fest. There was a handful of great festivals downtown that took place around Pershing Auditorium, which is no longer there. And there was a great vibe with all that. And they brought in some huge acts, a lot of street festivals downtown, even like they would randomly bring in big names and they'd perform on the street. And those most of the time would be food driven events. And we don't see a lot of that anymore. And so I remember the feeling living here as a kid, and and I'll even throw this out: Star City Parade with the Christmas parade, and then now you got Pride, you've got the Veterans Parade. You've got some cool things, but we don't even have a Christmas parade. That's crazy to me. So the city wants me to do that, but I don't know if I'm the guy for it. But I've got enough on my plate. Maybe Keenan and I can tackle that at some point. I don't know. We'll figure out a way to bring Santa Claus down. But but no, but you see these things peel off, and then it makes Lincoln less of what it used to be. And so Taste of Lincoln is now back, and we're hoping that we can get it to a level that, creates this history and this fun and bringing in bigger acts. And, right now it's the money. Raising the kind of money to put on a festival is a lot of work, and I can tell you that because that's my thing. So we had a goal this year. We almost got there. We're pretty close to it. I think we're going to be okay, but it's kind of just making sure you can pay those expenses, and then eventually in years to come you can start bringing in bigger names and getting that sponsor support to bring in bigger acts. So
Where can we go, or how do we get a hold of you if you want to excuse me, if you want to donate or to give money? Because this sounds like the Star City Parade. I performed in that. It was so much fun. It just so nostalgic now listening, like having Santa Claus and all that. We want this stuff to keep going, and we want to give. So where can we go to do that?
hereforthefoodfest.com to buy tickets for this. That would help us. And obviously this is all, an investment for us for years to come. So buying tickets to have you there, especially, that's our number one.
Right.
But
then after that, I mean, if you're somebody who wants to like sponsor and align with local businesses and stuff, send me a DM. I see pretty much every message. How fast I get back to it. We're working on that, but we're working on that. But yeah, the sooner you get in, I mean, it's supporting something that is necessary for Lincoln, something that is very needed and wanted. Having something to do that's not just always focused on drinking, even though, hey, I like a drink, but also like I like to do things as well, like go and have a good time and experience. And this is a very like curated event. I know this year, the Taste of Lincoln, the Here for the Food Festival, it's all a tribute to my uncle Justin, who ran the Quick Bite Soul Food. He was a dreamer. He passed away in 2021, but he lived his dream, and he was all about taking care of people and being of service to people and being of service to others. So this is my way of being of service to these restaurants, and all of the restaurants are handpicked. They all represent my uncle's story in some way. So it's really great, but in years to come, things are going to shift. Themes are going to shift, but the energy's still going to be there, and it's all still going to be supporting local. So
I was looking at the list of some of the restaurants that are going to be there, and I do have to give a quick shout out to Termisha, Lila Mays, good friend of mine.
yeah.
You want some good chicken and waffles? Holy cow! Go down and see those guys at Lila Mays.
yeah, what are some of the other names on there, Keenan?
Tacos Los Hermanos. They have some of the best carne asada. They're great. Meta Modern, like I said, they're on there. M&J's Southern Style Foods. If you haven't had that, it's a food truck. They serve some Southern eats, chicken. I don't know if they're not bringing the turkey leg, but they usually have this stuffed turkey leg with like mac and cheese and yams and greens and stuff. It's really good. But yeah, BG's Best. It's an Indian spot in a gas station on the south side, and we're bringing them out, which is super exciting. Because I don't think they do events like this usually. So yeah, we got a mix of things in there. We're having, I believe, some vegan options, some vegetarian options, some halal options, and gluten-free options. I tried to be pretty all around, thinking about different people with different dietary restrictions, so they can all have fun. Everybody can have fun in the name of food.
And we got a couple dessert
Yeah.
people coming out. Sweet Things by Marcy and Chocolate Season, which is incredible.
Yes, the
And-
bonbons, the
Yeah,
bonbons.
man.
The bon-
So many cool places. Got the Hub. If you're familiar with the Hub, that's some Jake down there is an incredible chef. He's coming out. Yeah, lots of killer stuff. So we're yeah, it's a fancy list.
It really is a killer lineup. It's going to be a great deal, and it's going to be so great for Lincoln. You guys are having music there. I mean, it's just going to be fantastic. So I'm really glad you guys are doing this, and I really hope that you guys have the massive success that I think that you guys are going to have. But I got to ask you, Keenan, you've been to all these different places. Is there anywhere you haven't been, or is there anything on your list that you could give kind of a sample of what's to come, or is it too hush?
I feel like there are some good ones. I'm getting ready to drop a video on Wider Wheat, which I think is great. It's a great lunch deli situation. Very cool. It used to be Brown Baggers. That's coming literally any day now. I'm probably going to push out quite a few videos here soon. I feel like there is a spot. Such a
Yeah.
loaded question. It's always a loaded question as soon as it gets asked.
Please don't say McDonald's.
No, no,
Just kidding.
Yeah.
that's the worst. And I'm like, what's your favorite restaurant? They're like, McDonald's. No, that's the most opposite of local ever. Like,
Oh,
I would love
and
to see that. I would love to see a pass or smash with Keenan on some of these fast food restaurants.
yeah,
Like, just
we could
show
do
us
that. I'd do that. I'll do something like that. I'll make a video for it.
That's kind of the Freebird guy of the food world, right?
Yeah,
Play Freebird. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
I think there are some good fast food spots, but at the end of the day, a lot of times fast food is not even like price wise. You might as well just go spend that with a local family.
1,000%, man. Why waste it on that when you can put in just a little bit more and get like a quality out of it, right? It's a quality quantity thing on a lot of these. So I know it's tough. I mean, times are tough for people out there, and people are trying to stretch their dollar. But if you just stretch it just a little bit more, man, and go to those great places that you're eating, I think that it's well worth the money.
I think a place that I did not mention that actually I haven't posted yet, but we kind of talked about it was Madsen's. Madsen's. They have really good burgers. I'm happy I found that out. They have really good burgers, like probably one of the best burgers in Lincoln. It's really good. I'm like, okay.
and wings, the wings, the
The
burgers,
wings are amazing, but I was like shocked by the burger. I was like, okay.
they're all good.
Brady, the new chef over there, Brady, Sarah's husband, Sarah Matson's husband, he ran a food truck in New York City, before they moved back to take it over again. So yeah, he knows what he's doing, man. That kitchen it's ran well and clean, and the food is extensive. The menu's extensive. It's really special.
In fact, they just put in a new pizza oven, so
Oh,
they're doing some quality pizza out of there
I
too.
heard that. I heard that. That's awesome.
In fact, when I go in there now, I just go up to the bartender and I said, "What are you going to make me today?" And they never disappoint me. Oh, that's all I should say is you guys just got to go and check it out and just get whatever's on special and if nothing else, get you one of their new burgers and you will not be disappointed. And let me tell you what, growing up in that area and selling a lot of hamburgers in that area myself, they were known for the EJ burger. That was a big deal back in the day to go over to Matson's for an EJ burger. So I just super big shout out to Sarah and Brady for literally bringing some of that essence back into the neighborhood. And like I said, I had a restaurant in that literally across the street there for 14 years. And if you take care of that neighborhood will take care of you. And that's me preaching for the mom and pop places that are the backbone of our community. And literally what you guys are doing is supporting, really the backbone of our city. And I mean, Mike brought up all those festivals and stuff. I mean, we used to complain about having nothing to do in this town. And you look and see all the hard work people do to try to bring entertainment and food and value. You guys, you got to get out there and support this stuff if you want to keep it around. So that's my big pitch for everybody to don't sit on your hands on this weekend and go check out the food festival this weekend.
Yep, 7th and K, Saturday at 6 o'clock.
Correct.
We're all going to be there. I can't wait. I want to get a picture with both of you. Is that cool?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right on, man. Thank you guys for being on here. And we appreciate everything that you're doing for Lincoln. And it was so nice to meet you guys. And I can't wait to meet you in person. And you'll have to teach me how to do some of those videos and stuff too.
Got you. Looking forward to it. Thank you for having me on.
Well, watch out for Brooke if you do meet her ever. You know, she's a wild lady, but she is one of the best people, the most fun people that I've ever met. So, thank you guys so much for being on the show. It's an absolute pleasure. Like I said, I would love to meet you guys in person someday and have better conversations and extend the offer to have you guys back on the show, individual, so that we can get to know you guys a little better. But this has been a blast. You guys are the best, and for all you Lincolnites out there and all you Scratchaholics that are listening, we gave you yet another example of why this place isn't boring at all. You know, what Randy said earlier makes so much sense. We used to say there's nothing to do in this town, and people, you are so full of crap if you believe that. So thank you guys so much for listening, and we will catch you guys on the flip side, and we'll do it all here on
Scratch the Vinyl.
All right, what a show that was. That was great, everybody. It was amazing talking to Mike Semrad and Keenan from Keenan Eats. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I can't wait to get those guys on again and really pick their brain on some things. But right now, I'm feeling championship mode like, once again, El Podcastico, here to talk to you guys about, that's right, our great sponsors. We have a bunch of great sponsors, so let's get into it right now. Let's start off with Roots Music Shop. I love Roots Music Shop so much. I've got these instruments around here. Where do you think I got all this great stuff? Where do you think I got all this? I got it at Roots Music Shop. I went over and I talked to Ryan. I pulled his arm. I wrestled him around a little bit, and maybe he gave me some good deals. So you can do the same. I suggest not trying to wrestle him to the floor like I did, but hey, whatever works for you. He buys, sells, and trades instruments. It is the best place around. Also, we have Sly Ink Tattoo. You saw the commercial earlier, and now I want to talk a little bit more about it. So if you want to get yourself that Scratch the Vinyl tattoo on your face, that would be amazing. We would, you might be a top fan. You might be a Hall of Fame fan if you do that for us. So you can get it right there at Sly Ink Tattoo. Go see Bryce. He's one of my personal friends. He's my personal tattoo artist, and I love him so much. I'm getting ready to get a dolphin tattoo on my back, like I told you guys. It'll be diving through the rainbow, maybe over a volcano erupting or something. It's going to be pretty elaborate and pretty cool, right? So go to Sly Ink Tattoo to get all your tattoo dreams fulfilled. Tell Bryce we all said hi at Scratch the Vinyl. We love that place. Fred the Skeleton, when he was alive, he used to get tattoos all the time. He had the coolest, the coolest of the cool tattoos. He had the classic, I Heart Mom tattoo. He had skulls, of course, all over his body. And now look at him. I mean, now he's the coolest skeleton around. So go to Sly Ink Tattoo, American Senior Benefits. Go there or call them. Ask for Jason Dugash. That's right, Jason, oh my gosh, Dugash. And he will hook you up with the plan that you guys need. He is the man with the plan, and you guys need to get a hold of him for all of your needs. So get a hold of them at American Senior Benefits. Ask for Jason Dugash. Lil Bill's Barbecue. Oh man, what can I say about Lil Bill's Barbecue that I haven't said? I mean, look at me, everybody. I am basically Hulk Hogan level or better. I've got the belt. I'm the champ. I mean, nobody can stop me. And the only reason is because I've been chugging this stuff by the bucket loads. It's full of protein. It's full of flavor. There's 8 of the best sauces of your life. And honestly, it will make your backyard barbecue championship level, just like me. So I think it speaks for itself. Lil Bill's Barbecue. You can find them directly on Facebook, on Facebook Marketplace. Look for Lil Bill's, not Little Bill's, but Lil Bill's Barbecue, and get yourself these sauces. I can't say it enough. And pretty soon, you guys will be jacked and ready for the ring like I am. Last but not least, we have Backtrack Records, guys. This is a record type of show. I mean, we talk about vinyl all the time. We don't just talk about it, we buy it. I challenge you, that means you out there, the listener, I'm going to buy it all up. I swear to you I will. I'm going to buy every single record that they have there if I get the money to do so. If I can do it before my old lady kicks me out, I don't know. But go there, everybody. Go to Backtrack Records. They have everything you can think of. They have record players. They have tapes. They have everything. Go there. You're not going to be disappointed. And the selling point for me is always they're open early, and they're also open on Mondays, which a lot of them are. So Backtrack Records is where it's at. Where is it at? It's in Northeast Lincoln by Let's Talk Bowling. Enough said, everybody. Go to Backtrack Records. And I want to thank you guys for listening to this show. I want you guys to go to the Halloween show for us, the Scratch the Vinyl podcast Halloween Madness at Madson's. I will be there, El Podcastico himself. I will be taking over the show, and I will be there with my co-host Randy and Brooke, and there will be so many shenanigans that you'll be shenaniganed down to the ground, and you will just you'll be shenaniganed to the point where you can't shenanigan anymore. Wow, what a tongue pleaser that was. So get there, everybody. We'll see you guys on Halloween night. Go to the food festival this weekend, and please, by God, support local, everybody. Thanks for listening to the show. Catch you next week here on Scratch the Vinyl.